On one hand, it's a shocking story, but on the other hand, it's funny. A woman gets on the bus and suddenly sees this creature. And since the woman knows what this creature has done, because there are plenty of facts online, her emotional reaction is quite natural. She started telling the whole bus all the facts and her opinion about it. And do you know what this creature did? It wrote an article, quoting, "She, that is the woman, started with a quiet conversation in which she expressed her outrage, and then moved on to loudly proclaiming to the whole bus about made-up looting, collaboration with the enemy, and complete nonsense, all accompanied by curses and threats to disclose my personal information." Well, if Irina Kremenovskaya has amnesia, we can remind her. Since 2013, which is when the Russian Federation began occupying Ukraine, Irina Kremenovskaya was in Donetsk and deliberately joined the extremist movement, the Hunters, which was used by the Russian FSB security services against Ukraine. There are dozens of facts and witnesses regarding what she did to the dogs. People's demands for justice and humanity. A TV program featuring her and her accomplice Svyatogor on STB, about whom there were also testimonies, including his PDF-related tendencies disguised as charity work in an orphanage. But why do they need to kill so many animals? Because in such groups, they find individuals who enjoy this, and by honing their horrific skills on animals, the Russian FSB-affiliated sect Rokis later uses them for its own purposes. All the evidence of collaboration with the FSB sect Rokis is presented in this documentary film. I'll give just one example, where this individual directs people to Nevev's website.
I recommend listening to the opinion of a specialist, a candidate of psychological sciences, Alexander Nevev. You can find the link to the video in the description.
And this Nevev is conducting a full-scale campaign of aggression against Ukraine. And the Center for Economic and Legal Studies of Irina Kremenovskaya is nothing but the full dissemination of FSB Rotsies narratives and directing people to their resources. Anti-sects. And the connection with Novopashin, who openly speaks out against Ukraine and has published a guide for Ukrainian citizens on his platforms about organizing resistance to the Kiev puppet government. If you analyze all the recommendations in this guide and Kremenovskaya's actions, they are exactly the same. And just imagine, when a woman knows all this perfectly well, she gets on a bus and sees this creature, sees that she walks freely on the streets, while at the same time bombs are falling on the heads of peaceful residents and children, taking lives. So where is the guarantee that this creature isn't giving away information and causing our children to die? Would any reasonable person, knowing all this, not tell the whole bus, "Look, here sits an agent of the FSB sect Rokis"? But, so as not to end on such a sad and heavy note for all of us, let's go back to the beginning of my video, when I said that this is both shocking and funny at the same time. What's funny about it? In her article, she writes, and I quote, "I recorded everything on video, made audio recordings, and filed a report with the police." You just want to say, well, now you can start drying your crackers. Because if they really start an investigation, they'll uncover all the facts. And there's enough there for Article 111 on treason. And also, considering that a case has already been opened against Kremenevskaya and Svyatogor under Article 161, incitement of hatred and violation of citizens' equality, I think going to the police will only speed up the process. And what do you think? What would you do if you witnessed something like this on a bus?